my name is Elaine, and I will be demonstrating how to make a crunchy tuna salad on whole wheat crackers. After this lesson, you will be able to know how to prepare a balanced meal with an adequate amount of carbohydrates. Okay, so carbohydrates are in the foods that we consume, and after we digest them, they turn into glucose, and they can raise our blood sugar levels. So we need carbohydrates for energy, and they also provide lots of nutrients for our body. If we watch the type and the amount of carbohydrates we eat during meals and snacks, it can help us to manage our blood sugar levels. So let's go ahead and take a look at what a healthy, balanced plate should look like. Take a look over here. So you want to go ahead and cut your plate in half, and the larger half portion should be non-starchy vegetables like broccoli and salad, and the other section of the plate should be cut into two sections. One section should be grains like brown rice and whole wheat pasta and starchy vegetables, and the other side should be lean protein like salmon or chicken. You can also add a cup of low-fat milk, 8 ounces, or you can add a small piece of fruit. Okay, so some types of foods that have carbohydrates are grains like cereal, rice, bread, starchy vegetables like potatoes, beans, lentils, also fruit and juices, sweets and desserts, also yogurt and milk, and non-starchy vegetables like salad and broccoli. However, non-starchy vegetables like salad and broccoli have a small amount of carbohydrates, so it's okay to have more of those. If you eat non-starchy vegetables in more than 3 servings per meal, and that's where you would get a little bit more carbohydrates. Okay, so let's take a look at our ingredients for our crunchy tuna salad over here. So we are using canned tuna and water. So you can also buy tuna that's canned in oil, but that would be a little bit of extra calories and fat, so we're just sticking with the canned in water. And if you do choose the kind that's canned in oil, you can just drain the oil and then rinse it in cold running water and then drain it again. Okay, so we are using celery. It's going to add the crunch in our tuna salad, and celery is sold in a stock like this, and it's fairly inexpensive, so that's good. Okay, and so we are using a sweet Vidalia onion. You can use a red onion instead, but it's just up to preference. Okay, so we are using reduced fat or light mayonnaise. You can use regular mayonnaise, but light mayonnaise cuts a little back on the fat and calories. You can also use Greek non-fat plain yogurt, and that will add a little bit of protein. Okay, so we're also going to use almonds in our tuna salad, and almonds are going to provide some protein, fiber, and healthy fats. However, you want to be mindful about the portion of nuts because they do contain high calories and high fat if you eat too many of them. Okay, so we're going to add some dried cranberries. It's going to add a little bit of color. It's going to add a sweet taste, carbohydrates, and fiber. Okay, so the recipe calls for red wine vinegar, but we're going to use lime juice instead as an alternative. It's going to add a little bit of tangy flavor. It's going to be good. All right, and we're going to add a little bit of pepper just at the end, just for taste. And we're going to put the tuna salad on whole wheat crackers. You want to make sure that the crackers have at least 3 grams of fiber. So fiber will help to lower your blood sugar levels. It will also help to keep you full. You can use whole wheat bread instead. You can just use lettuce wraps. The lettuce wraps are a non-starchy vegetable, so that would be very low in carbohydrates. Or you could just eat the tuna salad plain. Okay, so let's take a look at, which of these foods have carbohydrates. So the foods that have carbohydrates, it would definitely be the celery, it's a non-starchy vegetable. It would be the onion, which is also a non-starchy vegetable. Broccoli, the cranberries, and the wheat crackers all have carbohydrates. However, the non-starchy vegetables like the celery, onions, and broccoli, they have much lower carbohydrates than the cranberries and whole wheat crackers. However, with the right balance of carbohydrates, fat, and protein, you can help to keep your blood sugar levels normal, just like this meal that we're going to prepare together. So let's go ahead and begin cooking. And it's important to always wash your hands with cold or warm running water and soap. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Okay, and then make sure to use a clean paper towel. Right. Okay, and you want to also make sure to rinse all of your vegetables with cold running water, and we have already done that. Okay, so let's take a look at our recipe. We want to take one of these celery stalks, use a cutting board and a knife, and make a small chop like this so it can measure out to about 1/4 of a cup. And you can do a little bit less, a little bit more, it's up to you. Okay, and we're going to take the onion, a small onion, cut it in half, and then also make small chops so it measures out to about 1/4 of a cup, and you can use a little bit more, a little bit less. I use a little bit less because I don't like too much of an onion taste. Okay, you're going to take the fresh broccoli florets and you're going to cut it into 4 pieces until it measures about 1/4 of a cup, and put it in a small bowl like that. Okay, you're going to take the almonds. We're going to use 12 almonds, and we're going to chop them into small pieces and then place them into a small bowl. Okay, so once all of the vegetables are cut, we're going to use a can opener to open up the can of tuna. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Struggle. You can also use an electric can opener, but I'm just using this one. You want to make sure that you don't completely take off the lid. You want to leave a little bit at the end so it'll be easier to drain. So this one is canned in water, so I'm just going to drain all the water out. Okay, like I said before, if you were using it canned in oil, you could just rinse it in cold water, drain the oil, rinse it in cold water, and then that will remove the oil and some of the salt. So we're going to go ahead and place this tuna into a small bowl. You can also you can double this recipe and use 2 cans of tuna. This is about 5 ounces per can. All right. Okay. So you want to go ahead and just mix all of the vegetables in. I'm going to start with the celery. You can use the same spoon. We're just going to dump the celery on top of the tuna. Look at that color. It's already looking really nice. Okay, we're going to take the onion, do the same thing. Okay, we're going to take the broccoli and add it as well. Lots of vegetables there. Okay. Okay, we're going to mix in the almonds, and you don't have to put all these almonds in, it's just about as much as you want, but I'm going to go ahead and add all of them. Okay, you're going to measure out 2 tablespoons of cranberries. One, 2. That's good. Take the spoon and just stir it a little bit. Okay. Okay, you're going to take 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And here's the second one. Okay, we're just going to mix it together till it's just one cohesive mixture. see all of the colors blending together nicely. Lots of color. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add the teaspoon of lime juice. In here. Okay, and then just sprinkle it on top. Stir it on top. And that gives a nice tangy flavor. I can already smell that. Okay. Look at all these beautiful colors. Look at the greens and the red from the cranberry. Okay, and we're going to use about 10 crackers for a serving. So go ahead and just take out a few crackers. And I have here just a nice spring plate. And I'm just going to use a spoon and scoop a little bit on each one. There we go. And look how pretty that looks. Alright. Okay, here we have created a healthy, well-balanced meal. It has all the components of a well-balanced meal. It has carbohydrates, fat, and protein. So once again, like we said before, carbohydrates are a great source of energy. They provide lots of nutrients for our bodies. And since some of these carbohydrates, like grains, fruit juice, and milk, and desserts can raise our blood sugar levels, it's important to be mindful of the portions we eat. However, non-starchy vegetables are very low in carbohydrates, so you can have more of them. So let's take a look back at our healthy plate. This is how your plate should try to look like. So you want to do cut the plate in half, do half of it non-starchy vegetables like salad or broccoli, and the other half should be cut into two portions. One-fourth should be grains and non-starchy vegetables, and the other fourth should be lean meat. Alright, so thank you for taking an interest in your health. I hope you learned which foods contain carbohydrates, and so you can make your own well-balanced meal at home. Thank you so much, and take care.